State Representative Kate Harper, and I'm coming to you today for my legislative report from the Montgomery County Community College, where we have a Veterans Expo going on. We'll be interviewing some of the people here who have resources available for our veterans. So stay with me as we talk to the people who can help you as a veteran.
My name is Michael Bishop Rigg. I'm a volunteer with the PA Hero Walk, a group of veterans mostly, but we're all volunteers, and we walk from Philadelphia, Pittsburgh every June, 320 miles over 14 days. And what we do, and we have a Lansdale walk, which is what I organize. That's a much shorter walk, of course. And we raise money. And since we're all volunteers, the money we raise mostly goes back right to stay here in Pennsylvania to help Pennsylvania veterans in need from any era of service. We've done 9 walks across the Pennsylvania, and this will be our 7th walk on May 12th in Lansdale, May 12th, 2018. That's just a 1-hour walk. Most people can do it, and so it's an exciting program, and what we're able to do is tell people who donate where the money's going. If you would like some further information and to participate, especially in the Lansdale Walk, you can contact me at my home of 215-362-1089, or the email address I use for all my veterans activities is Lansdale Walk, one word, Lansdale Walk @verizon.net.
Hi, I am Michael Appa, and I am from Megan's Foundation. We are a local nonprofit organization located in Bucks County, and what we do is we serve veterans living with symptoms of PTSD. Our mission is to create awareness for the benefits that yoga and meditation can have for veterans living with PTSD. We currently have 8 classes going out throughout Pennsylvania, and we have all kinds of information on our website. I encourage you to visit our website at www.megansfoundation.org. There's a whole wealth of information about PTSD and the veterans that are living with them. We are looking forward to continuously serving our veterans with our weekly classes. If you have any information or any questions, feel free to reach out.
Well, I'm here at the Veterans Expo with Montgomery County's Recorder of Deeds, Gene Sorg. Gene's office is working on something to get veterans to record their DD-214s, their discharge papers, and in return, they get a veteran's discount card. So, Gene, do you want to tell the viewers about that program?
Sure, definitely. We want to make sure our veterans know how much we appreciate them, but also make sure they get the benefits they are entitled to by recording their discharge paperwork. So we give them an opportunity to get a veteran's discount card, which is this one right here, and it allows them to get discounts at about 500 businesses around the county. We just had a guy actually stop by our table over here who said he's so grateful for it. He's been able to save thousands of dollars using it. So we really hope veterans come and take advantage of this.
Well, that's great, but there's also a benefit to people to recording their discharge papers, isn't there?
There is. When people record their discharge paperwork with us, it is available to them and their family same day, whereas National Archive, if they lose it, it gets lost when they're moving, there's a fire or whatever, it takes about 6 weeks. So we definitely encourage them to record it with our office so they and their family can have access to it same day.
Now, is there any charge for this?
There is no fee for this.
So if a person wanted to record their DD-214 and there wasn't a Veterans Expo going on where you were participating like today, how do they do that?
Well, they can come to Norristown Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4, and get it recorded there. But we do offer many of these events around the county. We suggest you go to the website and find them because we're offering them all year long.
Okay, now where exactly is your office in Norristown? You and I know that, but our viewers might not.
We are right across from the courthouse at 1 Montgomery Plaza.
And you're open?
We are open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:15 p.m.
Is there anything else that you need to say to the veterans of Montgomery County?
Oh, I just want to thank them so much for their service. We all so appreciate it, which is why we come out as many times as we do to do these events.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Gene.
you.
Appreciate your being here.
Hi, we're Laura and Steve Monarch, and with our company Monavision Films, we have a new program called Heroes in the Arts. which is doing professional filmmaking with veterans and first responders. So creative healing through imagination and the arts, in front of the camera as actors, behind the camera as directors, writers, lighting designers, sound designers, makeup artists, whatever capacity you're passionate about. If you're a veteran or a first responder, join us, and we're going to make some short films. We're also going to do theater workshops and filmmaking workshops, writing workshops, acting workshops. Wherever there's interest, we want to help get the passion out there and live the dream of being a creative filmmaker.
Right, and the story does have to come from a veteran or a first responder who most of them are veterans. And the great thing about this is that post-production has, color correction, sound design, Foley, and then you're into the festival circuit. So you have a couple years of festival visiting through around the whole country, from Florida to California to New York City, and we've experienced that with our film Simpler Times that stars Jerry Stiller and Ann Mirror, the last film that they ever shot together. And it was quite an experience, right?
Right, and so we're going to take everybody with us from the beginning to the end of it, and we hope you'll join us.
Yes, thank you. Heroes in the Arts.
Hello, my name is Diane Sandifer. I am the director of the Veterans Upward Bound program at the University of Pennsylvania. What we do with the VUB program is we provide free, intensive pre-college classes to veterans who live throughout the greater Philadelphia region to help bring up your academic skill set and give you all the workshops that you need in order to be a fabulous, successful college student. We help you get into any college of your choice, and we help you with financial aid, with everything that you need. So we offer free math classes, English classes, computer classes. We give you all the supplies that you need. To be able to be a part of the program, you want to call our office at 215-898-6892. We wish you the best of luck and success in college.
I'm here with John Wagner from Canine Partners for Life. And this is Sheba, and she's not going to be talking, but John is going to explain what Canine Partners for Life does for veterans. Can you tell us that, John?
They train service dogs for people that have a physical disability or they have some type of disability. I keep on saying, I want to say seizure alert. Veterans post-traumatic stress disorder. They do not train people, veterans that have post-traumatic stress disorder.
So these dogs are for veterans who've been injured and have a combat injury and need a little help?
Yes. The harness that she's wearing gives balance support as if they need help to walk. They can open doors like at a mall. If a veteran can't do that, they can push buttons. If you're in a mall, it's a push button that you push it. The dog is taught to do that. The dog will jump up and open the door.
Now, John, how many of these dogs have you trained?
I haven't trained any. Sheba is my service dog. Okay. When I got her, I had to go for 3 weeks of training at Canine Partners for Life. And I learned in 3 weeks what she learned in 2 years.
Okay. So it takes a long time to train a service dog.
The first year, the service dog is, Sheba was raised at Muncie State Correctional Institution, and she learned the basic skills of sit, come, and down. After that first year, she went back to Canine Partners for Life, and there she learned her service dog skills. And they taught her all the service dog skills.
Okay, now, she's so cute, and I know you're not supposed to pet service dogs. Why is that?
Service dogs are concentrating on the person they're with. I'm kind of easy to work for because all she has to do is alert to my scent if my blood sugar drops too low. I've been a diabetic for 63 years. and I do not know where my blood sugars are. If I'm dropping, she's trained to alert me. Some people have a number of different problems, and the service dog has to concentrate on all these problems. If she's distracted because someone's petting her or wants to play with her, she'll lose her concentration and she won't work with the person she's trained to be with.
Who needs her help?
Who needs her help, yes.
Right. So if you see a dog with a harness on or a little vest that says service dog, you should smile but not touch. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, if somebody was just returning and they needed a service dog, how do they get in touch with Canine Partners for Life?
You go out there, and the way I did that, I looked them up I heard about this on KYW radio, and I called them up and I went out. You can come and observe the different things that they do. And I was impressed with how well they worked with the dogs and with numerous people. Anyone that has a disability is welcome to come and observe. And if you think you would like to get a service dog, you are interviewed first, you fill out some paperwork, and they will try to work with you to get you a dog if they can help you.
So how long have you had Sheba?
I've had her now for 3.5 years.
She looks so young.
She's 5.5.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, John. We're going to put up the Canine Partners for Life information on the screen, so if other people need help, they can go to that group and get the help.
Okay,
good idea?
great. Thank you. Yes, so much. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jamie Washburn from Montgomery County Veterans Affairs. We help in advocating for veterans benefits, so you can come into our office or give us a call ahead, and we'll help you with that disability claim. We'll help you with the pension claim for aid and attendance. If you don't know what those are and you don't know what your eligibilities are, you should give us a call at 610-278-3285. You can also reach us on our county website at montcopa, montcopa.org.
Hi, I'm Danielle Wiley. I'm with Transnet, and we are here today at the Veterans Expo. Thank you to Kate Harper. We employ over 70 veterans, which we are very proud of as drivers and aides, and we are here looking for additional drivers and aides. And we have a great service. We have our shared ride program for senior citizens. We have also a program for persons with disabilities, and we are here to help. So thank you very much for your service to all of our veterans.
Now we're going to hear from some of our speakers at today's program. So stay with us. Congressman Patrick Meehan is here, and I'm sure he has important information for our veterans. Love being in a room full of veterans. There's nobody better, is there? Hear, hear. Let me just say, I am not a veteran myself. My son Paul's a Marine, and let me just say this, hoorah. Let me just say this. If you are a Game of Thrones fan, that's kind of like being the mother of dragons, so don't mess with me, okay? Thank you for coming out. I would now like to introduce Mike Brown from the Montgomery County Veterans Center to talk about some of the resources available right on campus for our veterans who are here at the community college. Mike?
Thank you very much. Thank you for that introduction. My name is Mike Brown. I am an Army infantry veteran. I served for 4 years of active duty, and I was once that person who didn't know where to start, where to begin, and events like this are a great place to come and connect some of those dots. We have some of my students here walking around right now getting some of that information, which is awesome to see, and we have people like Gene Sork here, the Recorder of Deeds, who's going to take your picture and get you an official ID. We have a bunch of elected officials out here ready to connect some of those dots if you have issues with getting a claim through the VA. We have the VA actually here, Fern Billett and folks like that. We have Senator Casey's office here. We have Congressman Meehan's office and a bunch of state representatives. Tom Murt, who himself is a veteran. Great to see. I appreciate everyone coming out here, being a vendor, taking your time out of your day to show that you care and being authentic with that care, because at the end of the day, that's what veterans, me included, like to see. Authenticity and care, and that's what all of you show, and we appreciate that. As a community college, we have around 400 student veterans who are walking around on this campus today. It's a huge number. We have our own building right on the 202, right there, called the Veterans Resource Center, and I'm happy to call that place my home. That's where I come to work every day. I'm very passionate about it. I love it, and it's something I wouldn't change for the world. So thank you again for everyone for coming out here and for showing that you care to our veterans. It's really appreciated. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Mike. We do hold this event at the community college in the hopes of getting some of the young veterans to come out and see the people who are available to help them on their way and getting back and moving forward with their careers. So thanks to the community college for hosting us today. Now I'm very pleased and proud to present to you Congressman Pat Meehan, who's on the Ways and Means Committee in Washington, which is a very important committee, and he happens to be the congressman for this area. So Congressman Meehan, would you like to come up and address our veterans?
Well, thank you, Kate. It is such a pleasure to join you again each year at this event, which only grows, I think, each year in its connection with the community. And I'm always inspired by Kate, not only for her service, but for keeping us in touch with the service of her son, of which I know she's so proud, and we're proud of you for that as well, Kate. And I know that it was mentioned what a tremendous commitment that the community college here in Montgomery County makes to veterans, and I want to underscore how significant that is and what a great job is done here. It's one of the few places that I know who really focus on returning veterans and take an opportunity to help work with them to continue to take the skills that they've developed in the military, which are oftentimes very relevant to employment, but to help them make that connection through continued education to begin the opportunity to transition back into the workforce. And that kind of counseling is not only remarkable, but it's also a special appreciation. There was a mention of the service center here, where it's exclusively for the 400 plus veterans. And I think that's an interesting concept. It's a neat building, but you have to earn your way in. Not anybody else gets there, only those who have been of service to the country in uniform. And it's an opportunity for veterans to be with other veterans as they go through this together. So there's a lot of support that's part of that. We in Washington continue to work hard to honor our veterans, not only with our appreciation for what they do, but working on the issues that confront so many. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was in Coatesville at the Veterans Center with Secretary Shulkin from the VA. And the effort there is to look at the growing challenge we are facing with opioid addiction. And oftentimes we are dealing with those who have, for a variety of reasons, transitioned from opioids and opioid abuse into heavier drug use, including heroin addiction. And it's a harrowing experience. So a lot of work is going on with the support of the VA to look for ways to deal with pain management and to look for ways to oversee the relationship that the veterans have with opioid use, if it's appropriate and under particular guidance. And lastly, to work with those who may have an addiction to get them the kind of treatment that they deserve. That goes to the second point of a major piece of legislation that has only grown in its support in Congress. I was very pleased to work with former Supreme Court Justice here, Seamus McCaffrey. Kate has been a big supporter here in Montgomery County. They are on the cutting edge as well of what we call veterans treatment courts. And what it does is it takes our veterans who have been pulled into the criminal justice system, but oftentimes it relates to alcohol abuse or drugs or other kinds of issues that are a manifestation of deeper issues that are concerned. And these are not people that we want to see in the criminal justice system. And so for appropriate cases, they're able to be transitioned into veterans treatment courts. And we're able to get them into the veterans system. Coatesville, Philadelphia, some places do a tremendous job helping to deal with that veteran, the criminal case is put on hold so long as they continue to work through the VA into a service, into a treatment plan that helps them get on top of the issues they are dealing with. Lastly, I've been working with Congressman Stivers from Ohio on the use of the therapy dogs for those with post-traumatic stress. Not only the ability for access to the therapy dogs, but joining together some of these veterans during the period of time that the dog is being introduced to participate in the training. We're finding great value through that association, and the therapy dogs have been something which have really been welcomed. We're trying to get more support for that. So that's an example of the numbers of things we're all working on together out of great appreciation for the service. Let me just close my comments by saying that, as you see, there are services from a broad spectrum of parts of our community, which is why I so appreciate what Kate does each year to draw this community together. There's a great deal of collaboration and communication. In my own office, I'm very pleased to have Bill Dondero. Bill, raise your hand. Bill is there for each and every one of you. We often have issues where we can help with VA with veterans benefits of certain size, survivor benefits for veterans who have passed away, other kinds of matters particularly related to your service. Bill himself is a Gulf War veteran, and I think really appreciates the relationship that he has with so many veterans in our area. So we are here in Springfield. Available to be help to veterans and their families in any way we can. Kate, thanks for the great work you do here. Thanks for your continuing effort on behalf of all of our veterans. We look forward to serving you in appreciation for the service you've given to our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Congressman Meehan. We do love our vets here in Montgomery County, and we try to take good care of them, and that's why we're doing this today and bringing people together. I'm also fortunate to have with me my two colleagues, Representative Todd Stevens and Representative Tom Murt, who have co-sponsored this event and are lending their support to it. So, Representative Stevens, would you like to say welcome to the people in the room here, our veterans and those who have services or resources for veterans? Representative Todd Stevens.
Thank you so much. I certainly don't want to belabor the point, but Kate, thank you so much for your leadership in helping pull this together. Such a collaborative effort. And I had a chance to walk through the room and speak with a number of the providers here. And to all the providers in the room, you are really the backbone of this event, and I'm so thrilled that you're here to offer your services to our veterans community who, in many instances, don't have other places to turn. So I deeply appreciate your presence here today and your willingness to step up and help those who have served this great country of ours. And Congressman Meehan hit the nail right on the head. This is a total team effort with Representative Murt and Representative Harper and I and Congressman Meehan's office. We're proud to partner on this type of an initiative each year, and I look forward to being back next year as we do this again. But thanks so much for being here. And to all our veterans, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I say this every time I can, I couldn't do what I do every day in our democracy, you know, getting the opportunity to go to the House of Representatives in Pennsylvania, you know, pledge allegiance to that flag and take part in our democracy personally every single day. I couldn't do that if it weren't for what you've done to preserve our freedoms and the democracy here in America and across the world. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. God bless you all.
And now I know Representative Tom Murt, a veteran himself, has some important words. So I'm going to ask him to come up and speak briefly to the group and share some experience with them for us. Representative Tom Murt.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for being here today, and thank you to Kate and Todd and Congressman Meehan for their support and their sponsorship of this event. As Mike Brown mentioned, I am a veteran. I served in Iraq with the 4th Infantry Division. I was an Army Reservist called active duty in 2003 and 4. Believe it or not, I was 44 years old when I was deployed. Not an old man, but older than most of the guys in the battalion. But Kate made a very good point early on when she said, you don't have to be a veteran to support veterans. Some of the most passionate and some of the most effective advocates for veterans in our nation aren't necessarily veterans themselves, and we're very, very grateful to the great work that they do. Many of those men and women are here today. Wanted to mention a kind of a somber statistic. Some people in the know suggest that 22 veterans a day take their lives, and some people have suggested that those numbers are low. And this is something that is of epidemic proportions, something we absolutely positively have to address. And Congressman Meehan made a very good point about therapy dogs. We have learned from our research on post-traumatic stress, I don't even like to say disorder, because post-traumatic stress is a normal response of a human being to being in combat or to being a victim of a violent crime and so forth. And I really don't think it's a disorder, but clinically it is. But many of our veterans have responded very effectively and positively to the use of therapy dogs, sometimes more so than being in group therapy and medication and so forth. And we have tried both, myself, Todd Stevens, and Kate Harper in the state legislature. There's a bill before the State Government Committee, House Bill 1233, that expands access for our brothers and sisters that use therapy dogs on public transportation and so forth. Right now in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, someone can say, you can't come in here because you have a therapy dog. That's wrong. A veteran that utilizes a therapy dog and a dog that has been trained, a canine that has been trained for that mission, should be allowed to take that canine on SEPTA and on a train and on a bus and so forth. And this is something we are trying to address legislatively, and I thank Congressman Meehan for mentioning that. I also want to mention another statistic that it's something to which we have to be sensitive to. 10% of the prison inmates in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania are veterans. 10% of the inmates at Gradeford SCI are veterans. This is a very, very serious thing that Kate mentioned, the use of veterans courts in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and Congressman Meehan mentioned it also. And many of these men and women that get involved in the criminal justice system, had they received the services to which they are entitled and which they have earned, and if they had been referred to the Veterans Court rather than to the regular criminal justice system, many of them would not be involved or would not be incarcerated at this time. So this is something that we absolutely positively have to address. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for our service to our veterans. I also want to thank the community college for the great work that they do in serving our veterans. Mike Brown, Mike Bettinger, whom I've known for many, many years in Willow Grove, just do outstanding work here. And this is really, in my experience, and I've been to many other institutions that have veterans programs, the program here at Montgomery County Community College is really second to none. This is an outstanding program, and they're very effective at addressing and serving the needs of our veterans. So thank you very much for your support of our veterans. God bless you and God bless America.
I'm State Representative Kate Harper, and that's all the time we have for Legislative Report. If you need information about Veterans Affairs or any other subject, please call my office. The address of my new office in Bluebell on Skippack Pike will be shown in just a moment. Thanks for watching. Join me again for Legislative Report.